How's it going? How's it going, eh? So just kind of spitballing here. You know, prison reform, right? Like, you think we could actually get something like that happening? You know, think about all the free labor that prisons provide. You know, think about all the money that's already these guys are dug in. You know, dug in defensive positions. You know, all these corporations, these private prisons, cancors, these whatever they're called. You know, they already got the contracts, and because I mean, just even at one of the little, I was in just one place, Fraser. Like, you could literally make that place self-sustainable almost. You could, you know, and almost any prison probably like on some kind. You could put animals there. You know, farm. You could have shops and all kinds of stuff. Have the prison, you know, have inmate committees that that manage the prison labor and you know the work orders and so forth. So it's not necessarily just held in the hands of the fucking corrections department, right? I mean, there's a lot of things you could do, right? Like, you could grow your own food, you know. Have some of these prisons should be like work camps or camps way out in the bush, you know, like especially like say you're caught with drugs or something like that, like rehab. Like, sure, I think, you know, being locked up and forced to quit heroin. I mean, I've kicked 100 heroin habits, not that many, but you know what I mean. And I'm still on a fucking long-term med right now. Like, it's fucked up, man, you know. It's I mean, there's a lot of mind over matter too. Yeah, I'm a bit fucking weak, and I like, you know, I like the fucking kind of cushy as far as that goes. I like, you know what I mean. I like to smoke my weed and whatever, and be half medicated sometimes, right? Like everyone, it's a lot of times it's core issues that you got to deal with, and some of those I probably haven't dealt with. So that's just me. But like, I'm sure a lot of guys, man, if they're sent up north or whatever onto some farm somewhere in the States or wherever, they could you could do a lot of good, man. Like, the thing is, it's like the officials and the lawmakers, and those are the guys that gotta change. You know, the corporations, the CEOs. I mean, just in order to be a boss of a fucking corporation nowadays, it seems like you mustn't have a heart. Like, you just work people to the bone just for profit. I mean, even like my dad worked for a fucking bank, man. He worked for Visa. And so I used to always say, he'd call me a criminal, and I used to always say to him, well, you're working for like a loan shark, so fuck you. And I used to fight when I was a kid doing stupid shit. But I still believe that. I still believe, you know, the credit card companies are, I mean, they're literally doing, it's called usury, and it's like looked frowned upon in the Bible and all that kind of shit. It's fucking small hat business, you know, a banking fucking small hat fucking lending shit, man. Fuck you guys. And I'm not just talking about the average small hat. I'm talking about the fucking cabal motherfuckers. Fuck them. You know, my generation, I'm 50 years old. I know I don't look it. I know I'm a good looking motherfucker. Thank you. I got a few scars from fighting, knives, cuts, bats, all kinds of shit. Car accidents. Uh, but yeah, what I'm saying is I'm the last generation that knew like about when And somebody went to call my house, one of my peers when I was a child or a kid or whatever, even a young teenager, they had to go through my parents. There was way more family then. It's just all these guys now, these young YouTubers and that, I bet most of them were never born or raised in two-parent homes. And that's by design. Like, that shit's slowly by design. And that's what a lot of this technology that's coming in, these Alexas and all this stuff where, you have these smart homes. Well, basically you're getting, it's, give me dead Kennedys, give me convenience or give me death, right? These fucking guys, like, they make everything so easy. Like before, okay, if I wanted to spread my message like I'm doing now, I'd have to literally print out flyers, make cassette tapes, and really start a grassroots kind of campaign to kind of get my information out there. And I'd have to research it on books, in a thing called books. Yeah, there's this amazing invention, and we have all our information is now on digital platforms, all our banking, everything. Literally, you have one EMP and so many people, their whole life will be wiped out. All their money, everything that they own, it'll all be wiped out. I mean, it's not, that's a big reason why I want to move back to my wife's reserve, start growing my own weed, brewing my own beer, get a couple animals, maybe breed some dogs, and start a barter community event so we don't have to rely on cash so much. It's not all about being a fucking gangster, guys. All this stuff that fucking they're telling you and you're watching and shit, it's all distractions, man. It's all distractions while they survey and fucking mine your data and figure out everything. I mean, pretty soon, okay, what are you gonna do when they say you can't have your internet unless you take the chip in your hand? What kind of decision are you gonna make then? You can't buy or sell unless they put the chip in your hand. Right now, we have it on a card and we carry a fucking information. This information machine that I'm speaking into is also emitting deadly, toxic fucking frequencies right back at me. It's like I'm staring into a sun that I can't see. A blinding sun that's giving me these fucking toxic fucking frequencies, man. Like, pretty soon, the next generation won't be able to have kids because of this 5G shit, man. Straight up. And that's where all this transhumanism and trans this and trans that and fucking same-sex marriage shit all comes in. They don't want people to have kids, man. They want you to order them online. Anyways, that's where we're going. Think about it. Is that where you want to be? I don't.